This is the Place Saint-Pierre in what was Port-au-Prince's poshest neighborhood. Today, a camp for families displaced by the earthquake. We return here yet again to visit a woman we've come to know well.
Edmond. Oh, bonjour.
Rosaline Edmond is exuberant these days. A far cry from the woman we met here a week after the earthquake, trying to survive alone with her 4 small children. She'd lost absolutely everything.
Day after day, life gets harder. I go to sleep and I wake up. And I thank God for being here, for giving me the strength to keep on going.
Today, as she calls in her children for lunch, the setting that was her worst nightmare is beginning to feel more like home.
6 months ago, after the earthquake, I used to sleep on the floor with them. Now I have a tent where I can sleep, and at least we don't get as wet when it rains. Before, I got no help from anyone. Now we all help each other. My neighbors give us food when I don't have any. When I have money, I help them.
She is adjusting, but by no means resigned to living forever in a camp.
When I lived in my house, I used to take my kids to school, go to work, pick them up afterwards, and go home. Now I can't leave the camp because I have nowhere to leave the children.
Not all camps are alike, and this one at least has access to water all the time. And there's another thing. There's a lot more security here than in most other camps because the people here are very well organized. And there's another very good reason why the incidence of rape and other violent crimes is extremely low. They're across the street from the Pétionville police station. But even so, Rosaline says it's a struggle to keep the little she receives each month from a friend who lives abroad.
When I was finally able to buy some clothes for the children recently and was leaving the store with my handbag under my arm, a man came up and used a knife to cut it open, like this, you see? He took all my money before I could buy the boys' shoes.
And now there's another threat. 6 months ago, she used to look at the ground, afraid it would start shaking again. Today, she looks up at the menacing sky.
If the hurricane comes, the tent will not be strong enough to resist. I think everyone here will be dead. Even now, when there's a strong rain, the tent is almost lifted up. Imagine with the hurricane, we will be blown away.
Obviously, this is not where she wants to be. But Rosaline Edmond, like many other Haitians, is trying to see her life not as a glass half empty, but as a glass half full.